The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? Shelton J. Think About It Radio in the building. I got Mr. B. Breezy with me tonight. And we got a good show. What's up, Breezy?
What's up, y'all? Man, chillin', man. How you doing, man? How the world treating you these days?
Man, the world treat me all right. I can't complain.
Oh, man. Well, don't do no complaining, man. It ain't gonna change, buddy.
No, man. No, we gonna hold on. As you say, like a hubcap in the fast lane.
In the fast lane.
On a deep curve. I mean, we hanging on. Can you dig it?
Already. Man. Hey, man, before we jump off into it, man, I just want to say, I want to give a big shout out, man, to all the fans out there that's been showing been showing love to the show. You know, you doing your thing, man, holding it down. Appreciate you, man, and we appreciate y'all, man. We really do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You guys are some great fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost, to some people it may be simple, like a like or a share or something like that. But, man, that means a whole lot to me, though, man. When somebody take time to show love to something we out here doing, I mean, I love that, man. I mean, I really, I can't say that enough, man. Every last one of y'all showing love to Think About It Radio. Much love. God bless y'all real good, man, because it just feels good to be able to put a platform out here to where we can just chop it up on some positive things, get some positive people talking, and put some positive energy out here in the mix, because we got enough negativity going on. And again, thank y'all for y'all time, because we realize everybody's time is valuable.
Yeah, square business.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got this particular show tonight. I titled it Free Your Mind Wednesday, right?
Okay.
And you say you got a lot of stuff on your mind. You know, you had a lot of stuff on your dome piece. So let's try to remedy some of this stuff and really free your mind, my brother. So what tends to be something that's really just gnawing at you right now?
Well, last week it was, what I'm saying, it was pretty, it was pretty intense because, we just come out of what I'm saying, just wrapped up an election, an election period that was pretty, at times, despicable, if you will.
Right.
And, a lot of people, what I'm saying, been dealing with, the emotions on that, what I'm saying, the Facebook, responses and whatnot. But I think right now, things are, for some, most folks are, kind of calming down a little bit. We just got to focus on, what we do, how can we make the best of the situation and move forward. Things happen for a reason. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. If you thinking, that you're gonna win all the time, or if you teaching your kids that, they're gonna win all the time, then you're doing not only yourself a disservice, but you're doing, the next generation, and probably even possibly, several generations to come, a disservice. Because, when you say you're competing, someone wins, someone, is gonna walk with the trophy, and somebody is gonna almost walk with the trophy.
So there's no such thing as two first?
No. If anything, it'll be a tie.
Right.
And it'll be considered a wash. But it's put aside all the differences and everything. And we could build on that. For a long time. But what I would like to see is hear, if you will, some dialogue and conversation where people are actually trying to find common ground, get together on some things that, that they may have in common, and communicate with one another. Just, listen to the other person. It doesn't do anybody any good to throw insults, from one side to the next. Some people feel like, folks that voted for Trump are, are idiots, and vice versa. But not about that. You know, people have differences, different points of views. People vote and do things for different reasons. You know, what's good for my family may not be good for yours. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think we all, you know, what we would like is to have some sort of way of being able to, you know, take care of ourselves, our families, you know, being able to provide our needs and have some sort of security, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, you know, what I would like. You know, yeah, last week was, you know, pretty emotional. Like I say, you know, hearing a lot of things going back and forth. You know, again, we talked about the crying. You know, you cry for so long, and then what are you going to do about it? You know, once you see that, you know, no one's coming to your aid. You know, now, you know, try to do something, you know, for yourself, and helping others, and watch and see how much help you get. You know, see how many, you know, see how doors start opening for you. You know, and things that you want to do in your life.
Speaking of doors opening, T-shirts, 15 a piece, 3 for $40. Holla at your boy. We got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That was a shameless plug, but I am not ashamed. It was a plug.
You know, but that's what you're supposed to do. You know?
Yeah.
It's business. You know, in business, that's, you know, that's how you that's a form of producing.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
You name a product, and you gotta let people know that you got it.
Yeah.
You know, those who are interested, and you know, may be interested. You know, let them know how they can get in touch with you. You know, and go from there.
Oh, indeed.
But,
it's out there. Oh, definitely, it's out there, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, also one thing, you know, I was thinking about today is, you know, we do a lot of, you know, we focus a lot on the now, you know, what's going on right now, you know, in our economics, you know, in our lives right now. But has anyone, you know, any of our listeners out there, even yourself, considered, you know, what you want your future to look like? You know, do you ever plan on retiring? You know, if you do, are you dependent upon, you know, Social Security, you know, to take care of you? I mean, what are you doing? I know some of our listeners may be, you know, they may be in a what you call a investment opportunity, if you will. What is it, the 401k?
Yeah.
You know, your retirement, you know, pension or whatever you do, 401k through your jobs or whatever. But I think, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody's, you know, really thinking ahead like that. I mean, I'm sure some people are, but, you know, you have to start. You have to pick a starting point. If you haven't started thinking about it, now would be a good time. You know,
Definitely.
It's never too early to start thinking about or start preparing about what do you want to do when you're not able to actually physically work anymore. You know, if you have children, what are you going to leave your children? You know, what kind of position are you going to leave them in? You know, what you know, as far as, you know, we're not going to live forever. And, you know, what happens, you know, do you have a way, you know what I'm saying, do you have insurance, do you have things that you need to, you know, to cover, you know, those expenses for you once you pass, you know, and leave, you know, everybody else on this side. You know, we don't talk, I don't hear talks about wills and testaments, estate planning, if you will, trust. I don't hear anything talk about IRAs, Roth IRAs. I don't hear any conversation about even the Wall Street, if you will. You know, hear a lot of bad things. You know, Wall Street, they all, you know, that's where all the money moves around at. But, you know, are we investing anything? Are we trading? Are we involved in? I mean, what are we doing?
No.
You know, to really, you know, to make sure that we are going to be in the position to do the things that we look to do.
Well,
sometime later.
What's that?
I said sometime in the later on, if you will. You know, let's say 5, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I'm sure our listeners, ages probably range, from young to old, but
Yeah, some nice range of them.
But those who are we sharing that? Are we having these conversations at our, at the dinner table, or we sitting around the living room or the den or whatever? Are we having these type conversations versus everything divisive? Whether this is a black thing or this is a white thing or whatever. This is a life thing. We're born, with an expiration date. At some point or another, you're gonna expire. But in the meantime, between time, what are we doing besides creating and staying in debt?
Well, glad you mentioned that, because we have the holidays coming up, right? There's going to be some spending, some borrowing. It's going to be some credit cards swiping. But and so, because you've been told, spend, this is what you do around this time of year, this is just the norm, right? And I think some people are having those conversations about finance and stuff like that. Now, there can be more. There can always be more. But I do believe that some people are having those conversations. But the ones that are not, the reason probably why they're not is because I'm barely managing what I got right now. You get paid on the 15th, 30th, twice a month, or you get paid 4 times a month, whatever. If you just maintaining and just making it with that right there, the last thing is on your mind is investing and putting some money somewhere else. You want somebody to put some money into you. So okay. I think that's why sometimes those conversations don't happen, because it's always spend. Think about it, man. Consumers. So you steady being told to spend with no kind of way of letting that money make money for you. And that's why a lot of times we don't have a lot left to leave sometime when we die, except for bills and other debt, because we don't realize the value of assets, keeping things capital. What do boy say on Baby Boy? Butter and bonds. What's that? So you gotta have you gotta know the difference between, those two. And oftentimes, and I don't think it's our fault per se, as far as this is my personal fault. Sometimes, man, that indoctrination, that manipulation, that mind control, that stuff is real, man. And it plays on the subconscious so rough and so raw to where you don't even realize you caught up in the matrix, don't even know it, And so I think sometimes it's so subtle, and then when someone does come have a conversation about business, finance, assets, this, that, and the third, it's kind of hard for them to see that, because I'm trapped right here in the right now. As you say, I'm trapped in the right now, so I can't see that future, because right now I'm just trying to keep the lights on. I'm just trying to keep the water on. I'm trying to get this rent paid, right? So it's kind of hard to have that. Now, as we have more of these conversations, and also just a call to action to anybody listening, credit analysts, financial experts, anybody, y'all want to connect? Think about it, radio.yahoo.com. We can get you guys on. We can rapportate on some stuff, because we want to be able to put good information out that everybody can grab and eat and enjoy. Mm-hmm. And that's the goal.
Right.
So I'm glad you said that, and putting it on people's mind about where are they, where will they be in the future, and maybe after the conversation today, after the show, maybe some people can, hey, I didn't think about, maybe I do need to, I do got to live in the now, but maybe I do need to worry about not just my future, but again, my children's future, or even their children's future, in reference to some of the things I can do today, because it's always something we can do. Everybody can't do a lot. Everybody can't do it on the same level, but it's always something you can do. Everybody, to do something.
Yeah, I would also add to that. When you talk about, the indoctrination and the misinformation or the lack of information, or even the lack of motivation to seek the information.
Yes.
I wonder sometimes if, our differences, actually wouldn't be really as mean or as much as it is if there was a way, that things could be communicated to people, on a level, that they can understand.